Welcome back to For the People. As we get closer to the school year, a student special for you as we want to bring on Rhea LeGrande, who is with the Lead to Read KC, which is an organization which we became familiar with because on our day of charity, when we get out in the community and do different things, we helped out your program.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. Good to have you here, Rhea. Tell us a little bit about why this program was launched by two former teachers who were very frustrated, as I understand, about the lack of reading kids were doing when they were very young. We're talking first to third grade.
That's right. Well, thanks for having us on, John,
Sure.
and thanks to the team for supporting our work. So Lead to Read KC works in the literacy gap, I would say a literacy crisis. Right now in the greater Kansas City area, only about 23% of third graders are leaving third grade on grade level with their reading skills. And what that means is that up and through third grade, you are learning how to read, but once you leave third grade, you're expected to read to learn. And so if you're not a reader by the time you leave third grade, your school experience and all experiences associated with it are going to get more and more frustrating. And so Lead to Read, we kind of attack this problem in four main ways. The first and foremost that I would love your viewers to come and be a part of directly is we go into schools on a weekly basis and read to kids.
Yeah.
It's called Reading and Mentoring. You can sign up at leadtoreadkc.org. And once a week you go in and you have a great time reading a good book to an amazing child. We also distribute 40,000 books through the community. We bring in local authors, and we do tutoring for the kids that need it the most.
I want to get back to that mentoring because I think that's
Yeah.
a fascinating aspect of the program, and I'm sure you can always use more.
Oh, yes.
But you mentioned kids aren't reading, and that 23% rate of literacy. What are you learning as this program grows? Why aren't kids reading?
Kids aren't reading well, and the thing is with reading, I'm a mother myself, I'm a former teacher myself. I didn't have to do too much to get my kids to learn to crawl or walk. It's almost an evolutionary default that one day you look over and they're pulling themselves up on the
Right.
coffee table.
Yes.
Reading is not that way. This is something that we have done as a society that takes a lot of inputs, and if any of those inputs, hearing someone read, seeing lots of print, getting constant exposure, gaining confidence, if any of those inputs are lacking, then reading becomes harder and harder. And so what we know is there needs to be a multi-pronged approach. Schools are doing all they can. Lots of community work is going on. And so we also have a multi-pronged approach there, but it takes all of us. Our whole goal is to activate the full community in service of literacy, because if our children are not reading, that means we are not doing enough for them.
But reading starts in the home, right? And we see so many kids, even young kids,
Sure.
doing too much screen time, whether it's a television or an iPad or whatever the case may be. I was
Yeah.
going to say a phone. I can't imagine. I guess some kids have phones at that age. Mine didn't. But too much screen time versus here. Let's read a book or let's read to our kids.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you're promoting.
Yeah, we activate the community to come in and read from first through third grade, because regardless of what's going on in the home, these are our children and
Yeah.
our future is at stake on them. I think what's happening in the home, maybe your parents also aren't readers. Maybe English is a second language for you. Maybe parents don't have access to really exciting books. So we try to put books at coffee shops, barber shops to help with that problem. Or maybe reading is just hard. I remember when I was growing up, reading was kind of everywhere as a public good. Reading Rainbow and PBS. It's really not that way in our culture anymore. And so a mentor can come in and say, hey, I'm not like your parent that's telling you to do your homework or to read this book. I'm someone in your community that says you matter enough to be a great reader, because I know then you're going to be great at everything else.
How do you become a mentor, and what do you need to know about that part of it if you want to be a mentor?
Yeah, great question. So you go to leadtoreadkc.org and you can sign up to be a mentor. It takes a quick background check. So as long as you can pass a background check and read at a third grade level, you can come be a mentor with us.
I can do one of those things. I won't tell you which.
I watched you. I think you can do both, John.
I don't know about the background check part. Anyway.
And you don't have to be a reading teacher. Again, we know our teachers are working incredibly hard day after day. What this is you get to be someone that a kid is like, whoa, you came in and you're a newscaster? Tell me about your day. And also, let's read Captain Underpants.
Right.
You just have a great time. And what reading is incredibly powerful, but so is mentorship. And when you put the two together, it's an amazing program. We'll be at 34 schools this upcoming school year. So I promise to your viewers that there is a school close to them. And we do this over your lunch break. So from 11 to 1 o'clock. So you can kind of take a break at work, drive over and have a good time.
And you have some events coming up. I want to share those with our viewers. We have a graphic or a calendar here for you. You have a trivia night coming up on September 18th, a book fair in November. And then I gather this is a big event for you fundraising-wise, April 30th of next year, your sports edition breakfast.
Absolutely. We really try to be out in the community. I have a team out at the Royals tonight celebrating the Bring the Books. And so pop by, see us if you're at the game tonight.
You can get a ticket for future games, right?
Yes, you can if you bring a book. So we'll be there. You can learn more about reading and mentoring, and come support us at our events, visit our website. Again, I think really the literacy rates are a reflection of our collective investment in our kids. So let's do this together.
We think it's a great program. That was part of our Founders Day. So congratulations on what you're doing. Keep up the great work, and let's get that literacy rate up higher in the Kansas City region.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Rhea LeGrande is with us today from Lead to Read KC. Get involved. Look at their website, and you too can be a mentor. Next week, we're back with another edition of For the People.